What is it gonna look like?
Yeah. Groovy little number. I gotta go back and edit that better. It's too bright, not enough load.
On it.
Yeah. Might be just kind of whole damn thing, really. Really.
Usually it starts really loud, so it's nice that it started kind of quiet. If it did that loud, it would have been. Is it this one?
Gary in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh.
Hey, got it right on time.
Nah, I was about 2 seconds off.
She did do a little that video right there, but
yeah,
it like
I did see her doing that.
it looked pretty good, dude. It looks like a studio back there from where she shot it. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
And then she had the video of it. Shout out Haley Hayes, the last week's guest. An aunt has joined us. Come here, Aunt. Where's your uncle?
What? Don't know about no ants. Remember, kids, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the Outhouse podcast, its affiliates, the guests, or even us. That broke right on through to the other side.
In the other dimension. It's a bunch of jokes, folks.
I got a boop. Now, see, Can you stretch that chat out to the right just a little bit? I squeezed it up, but I see it's cutting off words. The chat to the left.
I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, you just tap, right.
Ah.
Just move it totally. That's right, a little bit more.
That's pretty cool.
Keep going. And there. That's what it shows on my phone. And then try to select stream for us. I don't know why that thing... Something's up with my computer. We shouldn't have to redo that every time and log in every time to everything.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Don't know what's going on here, mate.
I was going to tell KP about your virus issue, but I decided to leave it out. I was like, nah. Because if I do, then he'll be aware, and that just too messy. Mm-hmm. I went to his watch party.
He was here the other day.
What?
KP.
Oh.
He brought his uncle over to stop at the yard sale.
Oh, that's cool. I went to his
wanted
watch
to come
party.
see the Star Wars shit, but you got to click on that Outhouse podcast on the top right.
My volume buttons don't like to work through this case. Gary got to poop.
That's what he says. Me and Gary been out here. Gary's a salesman, boy. He can bullshit anybody out of anything. Or into anything, I should say.
I seen a little bit on Facebook that he was advertising with that. That was pretty cool.
I put one post up. It's my probably first post in 6 months. Well, not quite 6 months, but a long time. But I made it no comments because I didn't want to hear nobody, where's it at? This and that. It's like, that's the first thing I said.
Huh.
The address. You don't need to ask me questions.
Yeah.
Come and get it.
Yeah, I guess so. I would have left the comments on, but you're right. You would get a lot of that dumbness. Mm-hmm. The first question would be the first thing you said.
Where's that at?
I've recently got back on Facebook, too, and I started with a joke entering in that I thought would be funny, and it seems to have backfired. I did the lyrics of a cover of Eminem's song, My Band. These chicks don't even know the name of my band. And... I remixed it. I was like, what'd I say? Something about I'm so tired of my hand. I need to get blown, but these chicks cost $1,000. These Cash App chicks are so out of hand. And I thought that was hilarious. You know, I only got like 2 likes on it. My brother was the first one to like it. And when my brother likes something, it means one of 2 things. He either thought it was genuinely funny, or he's like, oh, nice, put that out there for people to see. So I'm like sitting here, I don't know if I just made a mistake. It was a selfie. I was just doing whatever. But the whole story behind that was stupid. Shout out Unforgiving Sky on Facebook. Unfollow her right now. Fake. She's on there posting literal nudes that somehow is getting by Facebook community. Like, she has a bra on and you can see nipples. It's not a see-through bra. It's up here. She has it like all out. And she's advertising this and that, and she put some posts on there, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to like actually talk to her, see if I can. Couldn't get through that, so I was like, well, what's your prices? Just to try to like get her attention. And then all of a sudden she started backfiring with like, oh, you're desperate, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you just now messaged me, like, what are you trying to, you want this like business? I said, you want money? You know, like, it was a very one-sided conversation, and she blocked me afterwards. So I'm like, I bet she went and posted me. I bet she went and reposted me like she does these other dudes who talk about crap. Thank goodness I didn't talk about crap. I was just smart on my end, you know. I didn't really get to talk. So I posted it. I was like,
I don't trust none of them motherfuckers on there anymore. It's
these
all
Cash
bullshit.
App chicks are so out of hand.
Bullshit.
Cost like $1,000. Yeah, it was funny. And that was my rejoining to Facebook. I haven't been back on in a while.
Damn, I forgot to get my remote microphone wireless things and our starting the show.
Man, that's a record for how long it took, not how like fast it was. You know? That took a while. That was pretty good. We almost made it to halftime. No, it's like we're not that close. Oh, man.
Oh, mercy.
I wonder how many people will be back after
Tis
last
the
week's
season.
episodes. That was in the comments before. Like, Andy, Zach, and Susie. They're usually here. Who? Avril, or whatever her name was, and they were trying to pronounce it.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's Haley and Jada's friends, whoever it was. We'll see if they come back.
Oh, yeah. They ain't coming back.
My buddy Beanzos, I don't know if he started a new channel, but he got on his other channel. He has 100,000 subscribers on Beanzos' channel, but on Coffee with Beans, he has like 200.
I gotta go back to last week's show and make some notes, and then we're gonna have her back,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and then we're gonna have another good show.
Just have Jada come write
That's
your
what I'm
notes,
talking-
bro.
No, I'm talking about having Jada come back.
Oh, yeah, for real, dude. I
ain't
half thought she was going to be here because of how well that was, honestly.
But I did. You know, I've been wanting to do this documentary for the Gas Band because Pat's had half of Canton in the band over the years. He's had this band for freaking at least probably 30 years or better. I don't know. And I was wanting to interview, you know, obviously start with him and then everybody in the band and then work our way down through everybody else.
That'd be really cool.
And I was
dude.
want to have her, since she did so great on that, have her be the host of that documentary.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
She should do voiceovers.
she probably could.
Bro.
I'd like to do that myself. I don't know how to get into it.
Well, honestly, I've recently dabbled into it, and it's like Mr. Beast style content. It really is, because you're showing one thing. As you're talking about it, you could show whatever you want, as long as it isn't drastic and throws like your thoughts off.
Right.
Even if it does, you keep talking, you're focusing on what they're talking about and what you're not what you're seeing. And it's worked really well for like the shorts content, and it does work well in YouTube format. I've been studying a lot of YouTubers and how they do it. Almost everybody's first scene goes like this. Hey, what's up, guys? By the time they get to guys, there's another scene playing, and you still hear guys. The voiceover is key, man. Yeah, I've been diving into that and figuring out how that works, trying to do all that. I really want to do like a drastic thing with my river video, but I gave it to another editor. I said, you can edit it if you want to. You can edit it if you want to.
Speaking of river video, I found some old pictures.
You won't believe this video. But go ahead.
They're down in West Virginia. You know down where the Gully River is in West Virginia?
Yeah, the one that goes like it splits into 3 down there.
I don't
the big
know,
one.
but it's a big motherfucker. Yeah, and you can go whitewater.
Whitewater,
rafting.
yeah. Yep.
So I knew this dude, a guide at one of the places down there, Songer Whitewater. And he got it set up for us to bring our Alice in Chains tribute band down there. We play Saturday night, and we get 2 free rafts, and then anybody that came with us got half price.
What?
Yep. Now, mind you, one of those rafts was like $800. You know what I mean?
For real.
You know,
well, my phone case was like 30.
It was basically, I think you hold, was it 6 or 8 people? 6?
About
7?
6 to 8.
Something like that, you know what I mean? So it was, about $100 a piece or something.
The real boats, yeah.
Or some big rubber raft things, you know what I mean? But I tell you, that was a blast, dude. Oh, that was so fun. I'd do that again in a heartbeat.
Oh, you did do that?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you was going to. You got to play down there?
Yeah, I didn't even go into the story. So, story goes, we packed up in 3 different vehicles. My cousin Todd's van. Oh, does seem a little loud to me. My cousin Todd's van had a transmission issue before we even left. And he was supposed to pull the pan and change the filter, change the fluid and all this shit, but he ended up not doing it. So we packed this fucking van to the gills. Gary says disregard last message. I don't even know what the hell he was talking about.
I saw that.
So we packed this van to the gills, and before we even get out of Ohio, this thing's already shifting funny and all this shit. So by the time we got into West Virginia, the transmission he lost drive.
Dang.
So then we ended up driving most of the rest of the way, all through the mountains and shit. He only had second gear, so it was like,
some hills too.
Oh,
You're talking
not hills, mountains, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's probably for like 15 minutes of that hard revving.
Oh no, it was long, way more than that. Yeah. It was like
one
an hour of that, because not only was we, going switching back up the hills and back down and back up and back down, but it was pouring down rain. It was raining so hard you couldn't see in front of you.
Oh, that's harsh. Because you could slip.
So it took us an extra probably hour and a half or so to get down there. And then we got down there, his van was toast, ended up have to tow it back on the trailer. We all loaded everything up in the other 2 vehicles and took off back to Canton, and they drove back down with a trailer and loaded it up and shit. But anyway, yeah, we went down there on the campground. They had frisbee golf on the campground, and we got down there late Friday night. And then some of them guys wanted to go on the river Saturday morning, and I said, no, I don't want to do that because I got to play Saturday night. I don't want to be all wore out from, swimming and shit,
Yeah.
So we decided to go Sunday morning after. So
smart.
Saturday night, it fucking poured down rain again.
Oh, man.
And the water level went up. So Sunday we went, it was higher water levels. It was better. Them guys that went Saturday night was bitching, oh, man.
It wasn't nowhere near as good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Patience is a virtue.
It was a blast, though. They loved us as far as band-wise. They ain't never had nothing down there like that. And then,
where'd you play? Like, what was the setting?
It was like their clubhouse or whatever.
Was it outdoor?
No, it was inside.
Oh, okay.
Like kind of like a hall.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Yeah, that's cool.
Kind of barn style looking thing.
I'd love to play outdoors out there, like where the river is. It would be hard to hear, but with the right equipment.
Well, they was a few miles away from the river.
Oh, okay.
Because they would take us in a bus down to the spot and drop you off and then pick you up a few miles down the way.
Gotcha.
It was a trip though, man.
Yeah.
At River, boy. Now water ain't no joke, I can tell you that.
I didn't get to go whitewater rafting. I had the opportunity, but I passed it up.
Man, you should have went. That shit is fun.
I ended up going hiking instead, unintentionally, all day. I think there was one time that I went back to do that, and we ended up hiking all day. We went to the other side because there's all kinds of things to see over there. They got the waterfalls, the cliffs, the views alone. Man, out there on the peninsula.
There's that big ass bridge down there. It's like And now I guess you can bungee off of it and all kinds of shit. They didn't have none of that when I was down there. We just drove across and you look down the river and it's way down there. Or if you're going down the river, it's way up there.
I don't know what bridge you're talking about. I don't remember that one. But where we went, it was like...
it's a big, famous one everybody talks about that goes over the river.
This bridge was like just a regular bridge, and it wasn't nowhere near high enough. Where we were, it was like
oh, this was super high.
Souvenirs and everything. It was a whitewater rafting district where they had all the different ones that you could go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was.
That's where, yeah.
But those woods right behind it.
You had to cross that bridge to get there with the woods behind it. All them motherfuckers was in woods. What are you talking about?
Well, directly behind it, that mountain that goes up back there, there's a trail. And I don't know where it starts. It starts way up. But we decided to just go hiking and try different territory.
All them places are down in the middle of the cut. And this guy's talking about, the woods in the back. I mean, you're in a forest on a mountain.
We get down there, and there's a parking lot. And there's a sign. So it's like, okay, this is for real trail. And we go down on the trail, and it soon turns into not a trail anymore. And it's like, okay, now... where do we go? We're following footprints, basically, from other people. And there is no signs anywhere. You're just following these footprints from other people. And I kept going.
There are other people, Seth?
I was like...
oh, it's not the second half yet.
Well, I was like...
I don't want to bring my trauma out yet.
There's got to be trail markers. There's got to be no trespassing signs. There's got to be some kind of signage somewhere, right?
Uh-huh.
So we just walk. Dude, we walked over 2 mountains, probably. I mean, we're 7 to 8 hours. I'm talking when we got down there and realized that we were in the whitewater rafting district, that's where we were. We were like, oh my God. The car's all the way back here. It's late. I think we couldn't even afford an Uber. We were really screwed. We had to walk the roads back because that's the only way we knew. We ended up getting a ride from this old lady. She had a minivan. She didn't really have the seat set up, so I had to sit on the floor.
Who cares?
But
point, right?
Dude, lifesaver. Lifesaver. I can't imagine what we probably look like walking through the woods all day and just being like, help, my car's over here. It was wild.
Well, one thing people always forget about if you ever get lost in the woods, when you're in big hills and shit like that, there's a lot of times where you'll keep walking around that same rim of the hill and lost and don't realize it. You'll keep walking in circles.
Yeah.
There's only one way to cure that. You follow the water. The water always leads down to a bigger one, to a bigger one, to the river, the big river. And somewhere along those lines, you're going to follow. You'll go across the road or come up on a road somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you always follow the water. That's what I said, in that movie Blair Witch when they was out there and they kept getting lost. Shit, I'd have jumped right down in that water and followed that creek the whole way out of there.
You're not wrong. I mean, I do that a lot, and I just don't pay attention that I do it. But a lot of trails will take you right beside the water, and then it'll veer off to go around something. Right. And if you're not careful,
you're off.
Around, that's where it gets you. You got to follow the water.
It depends on where you're at, because if you're basically once you get past, where would that be? Somewhere right like the Canton-Akron Airport area, all the water goes north. And then from there, like North Canton and there, it all runs south. Because the Tuscarawas River, my brother Larry used to live in Greentown right off of Cleveland Avenue. And a right road, it's called. It's all built up now, but when he was living there, it was cornfield and one farmhouse. And the Tuscarawas River started in his backyard as a piss stream. It was literally the runoff from the field. And it went north and curved up around, up on, what would that be, the west side of Hartville, and back down around through Massillon and all that shit. Tuscarawas River. It starts off, goes north just a little bit, and then turns and heads south. But anything past that runs north, all the water.
Wow.
So, but either way, you jump in, you follow the water, you're going to run into something eventually. You know, if you can walk in the woods, and if you don't find water, you can be walking in circles, man. So that creek is a lifesaver in a lot of many ways.
I'll tell you what, though, don't do it on a swimming pool floaty.
It's the easier route to take too. You know what I mean? You're not, the water takes the easiest way.
Yeah.
So you're not going up and down and all around. You're just following that water.
I guess you could do it as if you had time and you prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for that. I was prepared to kind of go kind of fast, catch stream, and then find a landing area, because that's a high canoe area anyway. There should be like landing pads or somewhere to get off, or trails that meet the water for fishers, fishing spots. And there wasn't none of that, man.
You guys was on the main river?
No, I was on the Reservoir River. It was just me.
Oh.
And I was on a swimming pool floaty. And it was so slow. I expected it to be fast. No, it took forever. And where I ended up, there was a split and there was just nothing. I could hear the highway the whole time. I'm assuming it was probably dead forward, but that's where the water started like doing this thing. And that was like rough. I was like, I'm not going to make it through that with a swimming pool floaty. So that's where I abandoned ship and just found random rocks to climb on. I did find a fire pit, so somebody else was probably there, and that's kind of what I tracked, Somebody else was there, somebody else got out. That's my logic. But probably not a good logic, because there's canoes that go up and down there too. Yeah, dude, that video, I have it still, because I haven't reached 3,000 subscribers yet. Once I reach 3,000, I want to release it. I have not edited it at all. I think it's pretty pure the way it is, like all the way through, but nowadays it's probably boring. I did give it to J-Hook, like the link, so he could download it and edit it. I could do the same thing for you, though, if you want to.
What is it?
It's like a 40-minute video of me going down the river on a swimming pool floaty, trying not to crash into fallen trees, it's a wild video. But it's completely unedited. Like, I did very little editing to it. Yeah. I'm just putting that out there because I'm tired of editing. I even have it in the video. Dude, where,
I got stacks of shit of my own.
I come in, I like the second editor. It's like cut video.
I haven't done shit of that. I got a bunch of shit I need to get. I still got 3 bands from when we was up there at the Hall of Fame.
Dang.
4 if I would have had...
I know you was filming all night and you only had that little footage, so yeah, I was wondering about that. That makes sense.
What's the name's band? All them dudes. New Wave Nation.
Yeah, New Wave Nation.
I got great footage with no audio. I'm so pissed about that. The rest of them, I'm good. I just haven't got to...
that put a block on things? Yeah, I feel that.
I've just been so busy doing everything else, trying to live.
Those other bands deserve more shine, because New Wave Nation kind of has their foundation already anyway, so maybe that was... maybe that was meant to be.
I don't know. It would have been nice to have that, though. We'd have probably got some people who's texting.
The consistency is what's paying off, man. I think I want to check my video real quick.
She said that... She said to the documentary and the podcast.
Oh, that would be dope.
So we got to get that going. See, there's just so much.
Just write a screenplay out. When I make a very extravagant video, there's too many pieces to hold together in my mind. I have to put it out somewhere. So I make a storyboard quick, and I put like notes in there that allude to deeper things that I'm going to be working on, but it's like a quick thing. That's what I do. Sometimes I'll sit there and write the script out, but it's not the full script by no means, because most of it is going to be improvised on the spot. I'm like, okay, when we get there, that's the content. You can't script that. It's not natural anymore. You know what I mean? So that's whatever happens. I don't know. That's my process for making a YouTube video. I've done, the short films, music, all of it. All the videos. Oh, I want to check my video to see. Yeah, my following is doing pretty good. My shorts are reaching 1,000 views again, which that's pretty good. I talked to... The reason I talked to KP is because I talked to Poe the Passion. with Big Buff Records and everything. And I don't know if he has any hand in swaying the people's opinion, but maybe. I'm supposed to do a video with him this week. If you want to come, you're more than welcome. What I want to do is just like a short video. So he does a part of his song, and we bring a lyric to life, or we do something that's like eye-catching and trendy, and we do the music on top of it. Either way, it's an original short using his music for his promotion, and I get the experience of practicing, and I get the content for my video. So it's a win-win. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want to do this with all the artists I can. KP, I was supposed to do it the night of the fight. I was supposed to do it the night before. I was supposed to do it the day after. Here we are. Not it. But the day I hit him up, he's like, I need a haircut. You just sporadically need a haircut, and that's the reason you can't do it. Shout out KP, but come on, man. Get off the couch.
Old BS Malone.
Yeah, bro. Come on. I'll just say he is all down to do it. Then I get there and we're not doing it. Zach was there though, and talking about a videographer with a name. I don't know what this kid has done to put himself in these positions, but he makes these videos for artists that actually do very well, like 200 likes on a single post. Well, and he was working for Zay, a kid I know, and he worked for Ev. He probably has worked with that Zach kid who worked with Trippie Redd. Mm-hmm. Now you're talking to people like MGK, Idolize. I don't know what group they're in, but
yeah,
for
but is
some
he
reason,
doing it for free or getting paid?
Oh, paid. When I asked him how much a single video was, $800.
Damn.
Yeah. When he shot a video for KP, he crashed the drone and didn't get the video out until we pressed him for it. Not a very good worker, but apparently he has all these connections. So I'm like sitting there kind of like trying to dive into his conscience a little bit and figure the kid out. Because like, what is it that you don't like about me? And then I figured it out. We were going to go get Little Caesars pizza. Mm-hmm. Man, what a story that was. I could go on about that. But he really wanted this damn pizza. So we went to 3 different Little Caesars to get this pizza. And the whole time, he's blaring Lil Durk, Lil Perp, Lil Skitter, I don't know, every music that goes, I'm like, oh my god. Me and KP are both sitting there as lyricists, like, trying to bob our heads, but like, what are we listening to? You know, like, and then I made a comment. I was like, you know, I really don't listen to this type of stuff. And then KP was like, yeah, me neither. And he was like, oh yeah. And so I brought up, instead of like saying play something else, I said, the kid that we both know, Zay, play his best stuff in your opinion, because I want to listen to it, give it a real chance. That's what I did. I dove into that. And it was very interesting. Zay was better than the $1 million rappers that he was playing before. Shout out Zay. That was crazy.
I do not know these people.
Comparing the two?
I know.
That was wild.
I know.
And then the songs he liked was about love. The songs that he always posts that I see and don't like is about shooting people, about jumping people, about doing dumb stuff, bro. I'm like, that's why I don't like it. He's into this like love type music that's kind of just like singing. It's almost like Taylor Swift. It's weird, but it's not. You know, it's not Taylor Swift.
Right.
It's gangster. That's what it was. Then I was there for the fight. I didn't want to stay for that because I don't watch fights. I don't watch sports, nothing like that. But there was quite a few people there, and I was like, well, I want to learn about this.
Have you got a new job yet? Or are you just fucking around all day?
No, I'm supposed to have a new job, but I gotta call ManCan and deal with them and ask them what I'm gonna get set up with.
Fuck, you should have come over and hang out with me and Gary during the day. You'd be out there fucking off. I think people stop and think we're gay and shit, especially the way Gary dresses. They're like, you think we're a couple selling our shit, and then Gary's talks shit. We're getting a divorce.
Out there with cut-off jean shorts, flip-flops, no socks.
Wearing cargo shorts and a button-up shirt, all fancy.
Oh man, hey, I thought about
Hawaiian
coming
shirt.
by though. I was out there, and the little bit of daytime that we had was the first time I was able to see what was on the table.
I actually had to go do some Fitzpatrick work today, so Gary was holding the fort down for a little while.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. That's a good friend. Shout out Gary. For real.
Yeah. He got some shit out there too for sale.
Yeah?
Yeah, he got half my driveway full of his stuff. He got, what's he got out there? He got a nice coffee table. He did have his toolbox. He sold that nice Craftsman toolbox. He got this badass little. It's an antique high chair, and then you pick it up and it like folds down into a stroller. It's got these little cast iron wheels and shit. It's pretty badass. Old son of a bitch.
I feel like I've seen something like that
Got
before.
a hammock and some other little. Got a bunch of. He got some PS2 games and. We both got shit tons of DVDs.
Take those to retro. Any kind of old games or old gaming consoles, take those to retro.
Where's retro?
It's past Perry, almost into Maslin on Tusk. It's a.
They pay more than the Exchange.
Oh yeah, because he's a smaller shop.
Shit.
Yeah, the Exchange is terrible.
Oh, they're fucking.
They really are.
Them guys.
That I brought big boxes into them before.
Trash than give it them.
Yeah.
Be honest with you.
They basically open everything that you got. Like it's like, oh wait, you're not supposed to open it. And if you can't check it. Blah blah blah. All their stipulations. It's just dumb. It's commercial. Is what it is. This place is not commercial, and the dude that works there is pretty cool. Even if he denies you, he makes you feel good about it.
Right. He spits.
Yeah. Listen, that's valuable,
so
just not to me. He's hawking to her.
Gary says that I do portray us as homosexuals a lot. It's funny.
I probably had that issue in high school a lot. Because my best friend, I hung out with him. People ask him why he was friends with me.
Oh yeah, Gary says he's got a really comfortable orange chair for sale. I got a dresser, some Star Wars toys, Hot Wheels, electronics, some books.
Saw that nice bike. That might be.
I got some bikes.
Like Ernie's bike shop. I don't know if they buy used bikes, but that's a nice bike.
You know, I
bikes go for money.
Put some new Claytons up there.
Clayton. Hey, yeah.
Them ones was barely covering, and I couldn't find them ones for quite some time. Them are the ones I was originally intending on putting up.
Okay, I thought it was just...
I got some curtains for sale. It's curtains for you.
I ain't got no windows.
Huh?
I got no windows.
Well, you could still put curtains up and make people think you got windows.
Yeah, you could. Build a little fake frame. That'd be cool, actually. I have a fake window sticker. It's a picture of a window looking outside.
Put curtain rods on the walls and just put curtains up. You don't even need windows.
Yeah.
They think you have them just with the curtains and curtain rod up.
That'd be cool if I put an artificial light behind it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, that would be cool. See?
You could probably do them little strip lights.
Yeah. I need to get some more, dude. My room... Lighting changes everything.
Oh, sure does.
It really does. My room is dead now, and
Puts
it's empty.
the mood in it.
It's an office building that was transformed into a room, and now it feels like an office building again because the lights I had originally died out, and I'm using the overhead lighting.
Oh, your little strip lights took a shit?
Yeah, and the fluorescent lighting, man, it makes you feel like you're at work.
I got some in there in the control room, and I hope them things don't go out because it was a pain in the ass to put in.
Well, everything about the lights was fine. They were working, but they started flickering weird colors, and then they stopped working, and I think it's the power cord.
Oh, that could be.
But I don't know where you can get just a power cord. I went to Walmart and asked them, and I checked their inventory too because I'm not gonna listen to them.
Can't Amazon?
No, I didn't check. I need to check. But since I lost the money that was coming in, I haven't wanted to make any money go out.
Gary got a bucket full of wrenches for $1 a piece and some sockets. I think he said 50 cents a piece. Maybe or was it a quarter? 50 cents? Quarter? Maybe it was a quarter, man. Gotta come down and go true some. I bet there's some 10 millimeters and them half inches in there.
Rare.
Well,
Rare.
See, pull all them out and sell them as their own.
I tell you, I fixed my
brakes.
brakes.
They're like rookie cards, 10 millimeters and half inch.
Huh. I tell you how to fix my brakes.
You only get them. No, you only get them the first time when you buy the set. When you buy it new, then after that, they're gone.
I don't know if it was a 10 millimeter or what it was, but man, the bolts on this thing were dumb. But yeah, I fixed my brakes, and I had to get the bolts out of the caliper to get that on. They're inside this plastic sleeve, and it just spins and spins and spins. You never feel when it's gripping, but the size of that was different. I don't have a regular set. I have just a bag of like random sizes. And
of what?
Of
bolts?
No.
Nuts?
The tools that actually go on it.
Oh, sockets.
Yeah, sockets. Thank you. And not all the sizes are even there, so I was just playing Tetris to see which one works. Yeah, and it was a weird size. I forget what it was. It wasn't 10, wasn't 7, it wasn't even. It was weird.
11:30 seconds.
Yeah. And it was dark, of course, by the time I went to do it. I was like, well, I don't want it to get dark. As soon as I started doing it, getting dark.
So you had the new pads, I'm assuming?
Yeah. I bought those the day before, right when it was getting dark.
Now, did it grind your rotors up? Did you get them spun, or you just said the hell with it?
The rotors looked pretty good. I was surprised, because I haven't... Dude,
did you look on the backside, not just the front side?
Yeah, the backside looks very rusted, but it looks good. It doesn't have like a weakness to it.
Well, what you do is you feel it, and if there's grooves.
Yeah. The front had grooves, but the back was pretty rough. I don't know. I probably guess I have to
You're
check
supposed
again
to get them turned, because if you don't, then it'll wear your brakes out faster.
It probably will. Because I was going to say, ever since I got that car, which was like 4 years ago probably, I don't ever remember working on the back brakes. That's a long time.
Oh, it's got disc brakes in the back? Or them drums and rotor, or drums and
with the caliper. Yeah. Yeah, they're regular.
So they're drums.
No, it's the caliper that goes on the side. Yeah. I thought they were drums. That's why I didn't want to mess with them. And I had like 2 different people tell me that they were. And I swear one of them switched up on me.
The drums are even easier.
They're easier?
Yeah, because you just pull the drum off and then shit comes right off.
I've never done drums, so I wouldn't know. Unless that wasn't even what was on my truck.
I don't know. It depends, I guess. Sometimes it can be a bitch because of them springs and all that shit, but it's not too bad.
Dude, the one bolt was so bad. It's still not in. It's in there, but the plastic sleeve, it's not. So holding it like in place, there's nothing, but it's like screwed in and holding the actual bracket in place. So it can't pop out this way, which I've run cars before with only one bolt in here. And it has not popped out. Once it has compression, it stays in. But this one has the bolt in it. It's just the hole is like this big. So the bolt is just freely in there. And that's because the plastic sleeve, I put oil on it, I stretched it out, I did everything. It's on the caliper. You can't do anything. It's inside. You're working like... And so I took a knife to it. I got fed up with it. I cut it all the way off. All the way. So now there's a gap. It's every bit this big. And the bolt's just... But it's in there. And I've been driving it for, I don't know, 2 weeks probably. Like that.
What's that rattle? The brakes work, but it rattles now.
No, it works really good. I did bend a dust shield, but I'm not even worried about it because it's not bad.
Gary said it's cheaper to get new ones than to have them turned. I believe that.
Probably.
I don't know. Last time I had mine, because All Parts down the road used to do it.
You got to take the axle bolt out to do all that, don't you? To get the rotors off? That's a lot of work.
Not an axle bolt. You just got to take that nut off.
Oh,
It's not really. Once you got the caliper off, not the lug nuts. You already got them off.
The stems.
No, them are on the rotor.
Yeah, to get the rotor off.
No, them are part of the rotor.
Oh.
Usually.
Oh, okay.
You got to take, there's a center nut. It's got a key, what the fuck are them called?
The pin?
Cotter pin, yeah. Pull that out. Take the nut off. That thing comes right off.
Okay. I've done it before, but it's been a while.
But,
torn a car apart.
Or you know what? No, I take that back. Some of them do just come right off. Mm-hmm. Without having to take that.
Those are the ones I've worked with.
My big one.
Hey, have you ever had to take those lug nut poles out?
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Man, them damn Kia vans I got, every time you change a tire, you gotta fucking replace one of them. I don't know why these guys.
Yeah, that's why I had
to do so many of those. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, the machine, the places that do it, they use those freaking guns. And
now that I think about it, most of them do just come off because on them Kias it had 2 screws that held the rotors on.
Like the shield part of it.
And then you pull them 2 screws and it would come right off.
That sounds about right.
Because it would go on where the lug nuts went. Because where the lug nuts go on, that's that piece where the bearing's at.
Now, is it dangerous to only do one side of brakes and not the other?
Yeah.
How? Just like a CV axle thing?
It's not really dangerous, but it's going to wear funny and all. Might pull to one side or the other because you got brand new ones on one side and almost wore out ones on the other side or somewhat.
Yeah, it does do that, yeah. I just didn't want to do the other side. I have them, and I probably will do it now that I'm thinking about it, but I didn't want to do it at the time. Well, no, I mean, I tried to do it for 2 days, and then the last day that I was doing it was 2 o'clock in the morning. But it's done, you know. Next time I do it, I'll be prepared. Well,
what you really want to do too is once you pull your wheel off, spray all them with WD-40 or some kind of shit, and
lubricate everything.
Walk away for a little while and then come back, and then that shit comes right out.
Well, no,
normally.
You know what it was? The actual caliper for the brakes was pressed out. I thought it was frozen because it would not go back in. I had a caliper press, the actual thing that you use, and it took forever to find it. So
you gotta pop the cap.
And push it back in?
No, when you're squeezing the caliper where you put the brake fluid in, you gotta pop the cap. You don't take it all the way off because then it'll squirt out, but you pop it and let it a little bit loose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did do that.
Yeah, and then because when you're squeezing it down, the fluid will go back up in there.
Well, I was bending this thing, and I was like, I know that something's not right.
Well, that's another thing. You can spray those things too.
Yeah.
With that shit.
I lubricated everything. Dude, it was not working. And so I was like, well, maybe the brake is frozen because I hadn't worked on them ever since I bought it. And they were still like stuck in place.
I got to work on my truck still, Dennis.
Dude, when I got my brakes out, they were like this. They were almost chips.
Dennis calls me, hey man, how's the truck coming? The rear end's still right where we set it because you said you was coming up the following weekend to put it in. Because I don't have the tools or the means. I can't even pick it up with somebody on the other side, let alone move it myself. That was funny because when we got it here, we had to put it in this car, put the seat down through the trunk and all this bullshit.
Dang.
And we couldn't even get it all the way in. We had to bungee the trunk down. I bought a bungee cord from Pull Apart.
The rear end?
Yeah. That one sitting out in the driveway.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's so heavy, dude.
What's all attached to that?
It's got everything except for the emergency brake cables. We cut that. The brake lines and everything's still on it.
Yeah, everything. Like stupid heavy.
Oh, it's ridiculous, man. It's got the the hubs and everything, the brakes.
How'd you get it in the back of a car?
They
had a machine.
Well, they had this big forklift thing, and which ended up costing us $15. But
y'all lucky you didn't break the van.
Break the van? It wasn't a van. It was a car. It was a Hyundai.
Oh wow!
And they pulled up to the back of it, and we still had to pick it up and put it in the car, but we didn't have to pick it up from the ground. We just kind of like pick it up and slid it into the car.
Yeah.
And then, they picked it up from where we pulled it out of this truck. They picked, because I seen some dude when we was going in had them taking a motor out to his car, and I was like, well shit, Dennis, we get this done. I said, we'll have them take that out to the car because I ain't trying to carry this in a wheelbarrow all the way.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's way back. So they come and did it, but they charged him $15. to do it. But I said, by all means, I don't care. $15 not have to haul that shit. And then stick it right in the car, like back of the car. But then, like I said, when we got here, we couldn't get it out of the car. And then my neighbor was over there cutting up logs for the winter. I'm like, hey, man, can we use your hand real quick? And I was gonna, you know what I mean? And dude walked over there and grabbed that bitch and picked it up and pulled it right out of the car. I was like, damn, dude. Like, me and Dennis couldn't barely get it up. And this dude was like, poof. Like, holy shit.
Dang.
He's a hoss, man.
Call him over to move it again.
Damn hoss.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about all that. I know brakes, barely rotors, suck. Like we were talking about. Dude, the calipers on that sucked. I thought they were frozen because the machine was bending.
Usually they're pretty easy, but sometimes. But for me, they're always hard.
I've done them often, and they've been easy compared to like what I thought they were going to be type deal. It was not moving. So I made the mistake. I hit the brakes to see if it was frozen. Because if it's not frozen, it'll push out or it'll push whatever out. Well, it pushed it out so far that damn thing didn't fit anymore. And I had to use like a mixture of like crowbars and files to push this thing out. Cranked and cranked and cranked on it. I mean, I bent steel that was like this thick over and over and over. I'm like, what is going on? And I ended up rewatching the video that I had watched to do it originally. The tool that the dude had 2 prongs in it that go in the caliper and twist while he's twisting to separate it. I had no idea. So I got a makeshift tool and I twisted it. It definitely released. And when it twisted, it went... I was like, are you kidding me? And I had to keep doing that. I cranked it, let go of it, twisted it,
Shut up,
went down a little, cranked it, went down. It was the worst caliper I've ever done. The worst. I had trouble with that. Imagine how much trouble I would have, like, pulling a rear end or a transmission. I've done certain things just to challenge myself, like with the bus that we owned. We did the spark plugs. I changed the oil out with a Pringle can. That was impressive. I impressed myself.
Filled the Pringle can up?
Yeah.
Couple times, huh?
I had a siphon.
Hopefully.
And it was like, I forget what the siphon was used for, but it was not used for that. It was a makeshift thing. I found the whole thing on the internet and come up with my own idea. And I pumped it all out directly from the reservoir to make sure there was nothing in it, no metal shards, what color it was, all of that. And then I put fresh in. That's what I did.
You don't have to pump it out. They put them on the bottom of the oil pan, so you pull the plug and it all drains right out.
There's no oil pan on the bottom of that bus. Not on the buses. Everything had to be done from either the interior where you drive, like in the panels, like going directly through there, because that's where the spark plugs were. You have to go inside of the dash.
Yeah, take the dog house off, they call it.
And then in the bottom, there was no way to grip the oil pan. I forget what type of bus that was, but I'd have you look it up, because I would have done that. Or even my nephew, who's actually a mechanic.
Such shit.
I did it in a park, because the bus was really having trouble, and I was scared we were going to get stuck. We were like 3 hours from home, camping, and I was like, well, I'm going to do it. Worst thing that happens is it actually breaks, and that's what we're fearing anyway, right? Fixed it so well. I mean, it like fixed every issue that bus was having. And I was like, pat myself on the back, dude. It was crazy. So my car knowledge doesn't go too far, but I've done. Well,
my car knowledge goes far because I couldn't afford to have somebody fix them, so I had to learn this shit to do it myself.
Yeah.
I hate it. I went to school for it.
Really?
Went to auto mechanics for 2 years. The last 2 years, I can't think what that is. Senior and junior year. Junior, senior. To just have my tools stolen recently that I had from that.
Do you usually like to do it, or something you don't have a passion for?
I fucking hate it.
Did you have a passion for it?
No.
No? Why'd you ever do it?
I don't know. Because
to learn.
I thought I would be able to go through the class easy since I already knew what the fuck I was doing. but the teacher was such a goddamn asshole that that I skipped most of my high school because not only was I in auto mechanics, but from my very first 9th grade year clear till I graduated, I was in the print shop class. And I printed out hall passes, excuse passes, lunch tickets, and all that shit. So I skipped school every day. I'd come in and do the couple classes that I needed to do to pass.
Yeah.
And then write myself out. And pshum, I'd walk out there and jump in the car and be gone. Or
hell yeah.
I don't know what year it was. I don't know if it was. I think it was my senior there. I was hardly ever there because junior year the auto mechanics was it the last 3 days or the last 3 classes of the day, and then senior was the first 3. So I'd leave early for junior year and hardly even went for senior year because it was the first 3 classes, so I didn't even bother going to school.
Yeah.
And then just come in and took tests where I needed to take tests, and I ain't gonna say I passed with all these, I wasn't no A, B, C student. I was more like the D, barely scraping it, but I did it.
You did what you needed to do, and you knew it.
I got a high school diploma, so fuck y'all.
It's smarter to get a C than it is an A. Because you pass, but you're not showing that, you can do more, and so they don't demand more. I was told once, don't work too hard, because they're going to make you work harder. And there's no end to it. They'll break your back.
They sure will.
And you'll break your back.
Trying to impress them, they don't give 2 shits.
It's better to pass
They don't
with
give
a C.
2 shits.
And throughout, my high school, most of it, probably
you might find a mom and pop business, self-owned, whatever, but a corporation, shit, they don't give a fuck.
When you find something you can actually put pride into, like a family value or something you respect. If I worked at a job that saved kids off the street, hell yeah. I'm going to show I'm going to helping kids everywhere.
Right.
You know me? That's pride. That's something you want to do.
Most people would.
But if you're at McDonald's, nobody cares how dirty these cracks in the floor are, bro, as long as it's clean. Don't get down there with a toothbrush. You know what I mean? But
depends.
Yeah. If the ultimate supervisor's there and you want a position.
I don't know, man. I try to stay away from fast food as much as possible now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like as
I
nasty as they all are and as expensive as they all are, I don't even know how they're even open anymore.
My problem personally is I don't eat during the day at all. I get hungry at night. I don't know why I even stay up, but at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll be hungry as a dog. And if I don't eat, I'm getting sick. Immediately, it hits hard. Anything that's open at 4 o'clock in the morning.
What that is, it's your insulin spiking.
It's fast food. That's the only thing that's open. Insulin.
That's what makes you sick. Because your blood sugar gets low.
Yeah.
You get all woozy feeling and fucking.
But what do you do to combat that? What do you eat?
You got to eat right shit. You're eating bad shit. That's the problem. The things you're eating's not doing your body good. So then you're waking up hungry because your insulin's spiking and you know what I mean?
I think it's a matter of how much you eat.
All those carbs and
I have found
that shit ain't no good
that
for
you really don't need 3 meals a day.
No.
If you have 3 small meals a day, it's perfectly fine. But you don't need 3 ginormous meals a day to survive. You need one.
No.
And your body functions on.
We was never meant to be sitting down doing shit.
For real.
It's
very evident. When you overeat, you have issues. If you have 3 full meals, you have issues. I didn't know this going into it. I'm maybe I need to eat 3 meals, and that's why I'm sick.
Break fast. Breakfast, break fast. You eat a little something and get the fuck back out there, and work.
Yeah. What about lunch?
That's a made-up word. No
it's
such
a munch.
thing.
It's a munch. Quick.
That's something that white people made up.
Oh man, don't get me started on what conversation I was having with ChatGPT and where it led me.
Here we go.
Oh, I was talking about God so much that it disgusted me.
That ChatGPT is probably sick of talking to people about all that shit. It's like, here we go again. These motherfuckers with their questions.
Mine ends my trial.
Orange, apple.
Mine ends my trial. I have like 7 free prompts I can ask it. If I ask it an offensive one, it's like, you're done.
Really?
Yeah. Wait 24 hours.
Wow.
I'm getting
what
mad.
What kind of shit was you asking him? Are you the devil, ChatGPT?
Nah, I'll be asking some wild stuff. Like, I was asking about the Bible. Where does the Bible take place? All of it, the entirety of the Bible takes place in the Middle East.
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that?
Well, I mean, I kind of figured that. So I asked it, well, what was happening in America at the time?
The Indians was chasing buffalo and smoking dope. What are you talking about?
There was no religion.
No.
The religion that they relied on was sky gods and various other things, rituals.
No, there was the Jewish religion. That's what the God of Abraham. Until Jesus came, there was no such thing as Christianity. You didn't know that?
Well, no, I mean, yeah, but at the time, the religion that they were growing up with was none, or whatever they had, was a spiritual belief.
Judaism.
And then it came in, it was, what was it? Cross connection. I read something about it because it was the introduction of Christianity, introduction of the beliefs.
And he was here not to start a religion; he was here to end it.
For me, it's fascinating the fact that like most of our country relies on a religion that wasn't based here at all, ever. Our religion that was based here was to be native.
Nobody's here's from here.
Yeah. That it's been mixed. It's the cultural diffusion or whatever it was talking about.
From everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know, basically.
Originally, though, what this land, like, wants.
Now, originally, they say it was the native Indians. There was somebody else now that I've seen a thing where they found some DNA samples of, I forget who it was, but it wasn't like the Spaniards. It was somebody else. And then they found, obviously the giant thing. I'm traumatized, so we don't want to go there. We could save that for the second half, which is coming up soon. Probably now.
Yeah, I kind of dove into the conspiracies a little bit early there, but it was just very fascinating to me.
It'll be coming up here real quick. It's automatically set in, but I got it.
Because you're kind of learning about questions that reach the impossible sometimes. Like when you talk to a little kid and they ask, like, when's God's birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Undeterminable.
God doesn't have a birthday.
Right. But what was before, like...
Other than the human form of Jesus.
Religion and the God that was taught.
2,000 years ago, kid.
All you have is the native and what they relied on before then. Before Christianity, before what was taught. To believed as a God. And what ChatGPT solely relies on... Like, it heavily believes in the God that it's taught, like a Christian God.
Well, that's the thing that Thinker Thunker always says about ChatGPT. It only knows what you feed it.
And it's offensive about it.
Its only information is what everybody's put into it, what it can go out and see on the internet. You know what I mean? Whether it be false or non-false or whatever. How does it determine what's false or not? That's the question.
And it really feels like it's fighting that.
Because, I found this one, it's not the one where dude says to say apple for yes. This dude has to say orange. And this one's like an hour and a half long. And I thought
about buying it, dude, because you can get into it. You can do photo generators.
This dude... The shit he was asking it and way it was laying things out, I was like, holy shit, bro, this thing is wow. And then he got about an hour into it and then started talking about the flat earth, and this thing was all for it. And it was like, yep, the whole world's been deceived, the earth is flat and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, man.
What? ChatGPT said that? That's wild. I'm going to have to ask it about that. What? I have so many questions.
I was like, oh, man, come on, man. There ain't no way There's no way. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Oh no, that's wild. I haven't seen that one.
Until somebody flies me down, because I can't do it myself, to Antarctica during them 2 weeks and proves to me that that's not a real sun floating 24 hours for them 2 weeks. If you take me down there and show it to me to my face and prove to me that what I'm seeing is not real, then I'll believe the earth might be flat.
You know, off topic, but I've been thinking about this heavily because the God that they portray... If you can
explain to me why the other side of the equator spins with a different sky than this one does, then I might believe the earth is flat. But anyway, go ahead.
The God that they portray in the Bible and in teachings of who God is, ChatGPT believes is jealous. I asked it directly. I said,
it says that all through the Old Testament. What are you talking about?
That's wild to me too.
Now here's want to find something else wild. Everything's got a balance, right? God is fire and brimstone and pissed off, and Jesus is flowers and butterflies and happiness.
I mean, yeah.
There's your balance.
Yeah. I feel like God is just the balance in general. Like,
if I was God, I would be pissed.
Even if it's an entity, God has to be an energy because it's the energy that feeds to your brain.
It's no old white dude with a long beard sitting on a throne. Yeah. It is not that.
Right.
I promise you it is not that.
Even to define it as an organism or something, the conscious is the energy. It almost can't be disproven that you could say God is like energy. So it would be good and bad. It would be both male, female. It would be good and bad.
Now you're starting to get it.
Well, no, I mean, I knew that. That's like, and then you have to understand the concept of Satan too, and where it came in, and how it's like.
Yeah, he's a part of the whole fucking big picture. Yeah, that's what people don't understand. Oh.
But jealousy drove me wild because us men don't really have jealousy or talk about it openly to the point where like we can accept it. We don't like women for jealousy. Why do you need to wear a $100 dress to Dollar General and do your makeup to go get bread? Why? I don't know. There's a factor there you don't understand.
Because society has put it in their fucking heads that you need to be this badass motherfucker to go to Dollar General.
But then it's the factor of like jealousy of how somebody else will portray you, or that somebody else has something better. Comparison, the thief of all joy.
It's all fucking media born lies, dude. Everything you see on TV's bullshit.
Men could have this with like,
as far as all that's concerned,
money and affection. Like if you see a man running around with like 10 bitches, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's cool, I'd like to be him. That is jealousy. Money, somebody rolling around in a Benz, yeah, I would want that. But jealousy is something like wild to me, man. God is jealous? That's wild. That almost seems like wrong. I don't know why.
I don't know.
That's probably a personal conflict within myself. But it's interesting. I was taught
says that, but then when you're in energy, and the whole reason with Jesus was to feel the human emotion, because an energy doesn't feel emotion. The human experience is what is the emotion. You feel me?
It's also good to be jealous of certain things. So like jealousy can be good.
Without that emotion, you never have that experience.
Oh yeah. Dude, the other night I had a very humble experience. My stomach was hurting really bad. I was hungry.
You had to poop?
No, I was hungry. And I was like, I don't want to be hungry. It was late at night. I hadn't ate all day, and I realized it. And then it dawned on me, I'm hungry. That's why I'm hurting. A year ago, I couldn't feel hunger and was sad because the only time I got hungry is when I knew I was getting sick. I knew I was hungry. It dawned on me that I felt pain, and I felt hunger. And I was so grateful. I was like, wow.
Feed me.
Wow, I feel You know, it was a very enlightening moment for me. I've been on a journey, dude. I'm telling you.
We're gonna be taking a break here in
And
a minute.
The music has
anytime.
recently flopped on
Although
my end.
if when it starts, you're gonna have to talk to him for a minute till I get this camera back here.
Oh, okay.
Right there. You can talk to him.
Well, dang, that came up fast.
I knew it was coming.
That came up fast, like 2025 is gone, and am I
In
right?
our future presentation, we'd like to remind you all that
I totally turned my phone off
refreshments
at
I
some
gotta get
point.
Outhouse camera. Let me
hookers and cocaine in the back room.
before she switches
I know
it
where
back.
I'll be.
Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Well, I
got
gotta adjust this volume real quick before I take off, because then it'll be crazy.
Slightly more soon.
What's up, Otto?
Good times.
We're gonna take 5. We'll be
Thank
right
you
back.
and good night.
Do Owl's little.
What's up? Yeah. Like that. Alright. Just me for a minute, guys. I forget what we were talking about. Oh, bye, guys. Switch to that camera. That was cool. You guys got a trip. Whee! You guys Friday, don't clip farm that. Don't sell that. That's copyrighted material. Media Farm LLC. Yo, this new fidget spinner, fire. I've been playing with it the whole time. You don't got a mic.
I did. Going what? Hold on.
What? Yeah, ow. Yeah.
External hard drive I knocked over from the video.
Yeah, ow. You gotta get a nickname, man. Some kind of guitar-related nickname.
Yeah.
Like Slasher.
I put him in the little backgrounds. Alright, let me do this.
I like how he's translucent and the lights are still going. That looks pretty cool.
Smoke's coming in here now. Look what I'll add to him. Here we go. Oh, don't give us too much. Alright, bring us on home.
See it on the side. About it.
It's barely, there ain't enough smoke in here. You can see it like if you look.
Kind of cool though. You could get those light towers. That would be sick. Those are trendy as heck right now. I don't know why. They do look cool. It's just the light. Why does it look so cool?
Well, looks better when there's smoke. And now there's all kinds of smoke from Owl.
There's a party in here you guys can't see it, but
Ow.
we see it.
I smoked him out. It's weird, it don't really come across on the camera like that, man. Is Otto still out there?
Otto!
He's like, hello, goodbye. He goes, I'll come in right when they're going to break. That way I gotta hang out.
For real. That's funny. Oops.
So we was talking about when we was on break. That's weird, man. Them lights should look way better behind us than what they are. It kind of makes me mad. Looks like I'm in the way and shit.
A little bit. Yeah. You're in the way of a lot of them. But they're all facing forward. They're not facing backward.
Yeah. Well, they are. What do you mean? What do you mean backwards?
There's none back here. If it was faced that way, you'd see it.
Well, you don't want it faced that way, because then you don't get the three-dimensional effect. You just see a little dot on the wall.
Oh, you're looking for the streams. Yeah.
It should be coming up. You kind of see it over my shoulder and a little bit behind you.
Yeah.
I guess if we had more smoke in here,
We'd have to probably move like this way or move that way.
I'm shutting it off. I'm done. I'm done. That's it.
Good.
Until I get this other smoke.
I was talking about
Gary, you still out there? Somebody's still out there.
that river video, and you editing it. Check this out. This is the short that I did for it. And you know, this short did so well. I'm thinking about really grasping that concept.
You're gonna show me on the phone?
Yeah, I was gonna show chat too, though. It's a short.
Pulled that shit up on the computer while we was at break.
It's only a minute long. I could still do that. I could do that. I was just gonna show it like this because it's what you need to see is just the concept. You don't need to see the whole video. I did Mr. Beast, if you know who that is, style.
I got
short.
a whole video from when me and Larry and all of us was down there in Marietta. I gotta go through and add some goofy music too, and then when we stop and talk and speed it up and do all that shit.
It's basically, yeah, it's a lot of cuts, yelling and being like, hey, pay attention. This is it. I wonder if my volume's on.
I buy a swimming pool floating, and at 3,000 subscribers, I plan on going down this river that you see behind me on this floating. So help me get the 3,000 subscribers. Subscribe right now if you want to see that.
It's your little preview.
Yeah, that's the style I did for the shorts. I'd love to do that for the actual video and have like an actual Mr. Beast video, but I only had one angle almost the whole time, and that's a problem. Even a Mr. Beast angle, or I mean video, you get angles from like drones. Drones are the best shots you can get, man.
Sure.
And if I had that, if I had like treetop footage of me floating down the river, perfect. It would have been a whole video. But the only video I had was me and my GoPro, like this, hoping not to fall in the water.
What I was gonna say is we was talking about offline. You were saying something about what order do you put your clothes on?
Oh yeah,
when you get out the shower. But even before we get to that, what order do you do your shower or your bath or your shower? I do a shower myself. I don't like a bath. I feel like you're laying in dirty water, so how the hell can you get yourself clean?
I guess.
I'm weird. I don't know. If I was to do that, I would be like, I wouldn't do it, but
yeah,
I would probably like wash off and have to fucking empty the tub and fill it back up.
Yeah, that's a this or that.
Or,
shower
or
bath.
like I'd have to run the water in the tub with a pitcher and then just pour it on me as it's coming out after I'd soaked in it or whatever, and it got all, you know, you got that dirty water, that cowboy water.
Whenever I have the option, I would like to take a bath. I love the idea of soaking in water.
See, I'm a Pisces, so I should be, you know, all about it, but I don't.
Yeah.
I ain't went swimming in years. I need to find me like a place like somewhere I can get a membership so I can just go swimming, man. That's really what I need.
It's a personal hot tub you could be naked in and like touch yourself without getting judged.
Oh shit.
Not in that way, but you know, like it's nice.
That's
you
disgusting.
lather in yourself, you get some candles going. A bath is my choice. But shower afterwards.
G.I. Joe.
Because you have to get that
water.
dirty water off of you. That's right. You can't just take a bath
Joe, gonna see where the bubbles
and
is
then use a
from.
towel. A towel only do half the job of getting that off of you.
He's too young for that one.
I was talking too, so I don't know. It's hard to talk and listen.
That was an Eddie Murphy reference.
Oh.
I don't remember. I think it was Delirious when he's talking about fucking in the bathtub and he's got his G.I. Joe and shit, and he farted and shit and then stuck the G.I. Joe up his ass. His mom walked in and shit. That's where he said, G.I. Joe swimming underwater. He's like, G.I. Joe, gonna see where the bubbles is coming from.
Oh man. No, I definitely don't.
He said, my mom walked in, got a G.I. Joe stuck half in my ass.
That sounds
Pretty
like
funny.
some Everybody Hates Chris.
So me, like, so your bath or shower, what do you do now? You got a bathtub?
Now I don't have the
You go, I don't even have running water, man. What are you talking about?
Right. I have a shower.
I go down to Monument Park. You got a shower?
Yeah.
So what's your routine?
For getting out,
No.
that whole routine.
When you get in, for instance, me,
Well.
I get in. Obviously, you rinse your body down, get it all wet. Then I put shampoo in. Zzz, do all that real quick. Leave it set for a minute. Tickle my balls for a second. Then I rinse the hair out.
Yeah.
Then I put conditioner in immediately thereafter. Then while the conditioner's there, then I'll soap up the rag, wash my face, my ears, my neck, and then
You leave the
rinse all that
stay in.
off. Yeah, rinse my face and all that shit off. Then turn the shower down to a minimum of low so I ain't getting washed off while I'm trying to wash, and then wash the rest of my body off. Then rinse my body off, and then sit there in the hot shower with my hand on the one side and going, oh God, why? Why? And then, soak in the gas,
Singing
in the
your favorite song.
in the hot water for a while or whatever. And then,
Yeah. Man, I
rinse off and get out. And then
Go ahead.
I put my underwear on first after I dry myself. Underwear, t-shirt.
So you get wet feet into the underwear?
No, I said after I dry off first.
You dry your feet off?
I dry my whole body off. Why wouldn't you dry your feet off?
The feet is, for me, the reason for me is because...
I mean, the feet's the last thing I dry off, but I dry them because if you don't dry your feet, then you end up with fucking weird shit on your feet.
Yeah.
Fungus and weird shit.
Yeah. You have
Or
to
whatever,
dry your...
I don't know. I dry everything, even me nuts. I do an extra padding down there because I found right underneath your ass cheek, that little crack, and then right down below your balls, that taint area. You gotta double. You gotta stick the towel between your back and the front. You gotta do that. Because I swear to God, if you don't and you try to stick your underwear on, they'll be sticking to your ass and shit and your balls. Because you're like, man, I swear to God, I dried that off. But no, you got to double dry it or it doesn't work.
See, it depends if you got a place to sit down. If you sit down first or what, order you do all that in.
No sitting for me.
So if you sit down, then it makes it you do your feet first, You
That's
dry your
crazy as
feet
hell.
first, and then you dry your butt.
Because, see, I'm funny about where I put my towel and my wash rag. See, that's why I wash my face first, because I'm about to wash my ass or my feet and then put it on my face.
You're not wrong, yeah.
Same thing when I'm drying.
Yeah.
First thing I do is...
I do my face first.
First thing I do is I shut the water off and I'm dripping in the shower. I grab the towel and try to dry my hair as best I can, do my face,
next.
and then go all the way down the body. Then I step out and do it all over again, and then do that little fucking thing with the balls and the extra on the ass cheeks
that's why
and all
my
that
feet
shit.
stay wet, because that's
And
the
then the
last
feet.
thing to dry. I stand up when I dry off, and I don't have a place to sit down until I get upstairs. So my feet don't even get dry until I get upstairs.
I don't think
to put my
Otto's with us
socks on,
anymore,
so.
Gary.
But yeah, I'd say underwear first, and then what? Pants or shirt?
And that's only on every other Thursday.
Or some weird
Just
stuff.
kidding.
Some shoes, a hat,
Somebody.
some rings.
So what's your routine then?
I was asking you.
What?
What's next?
What?
Shirt or pants? Or what's next?
I already have my shirt on because I said I put my underwear, then my shirt.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part.
Then, usually my socks. If I'm going somewhere or getting dressed for the day or whatever, I'll put my socks on.
Yeah.
But if it's, which normally, and 9 times out of 10, I take my shower at night before I go into bed because I don't want to crawl into bed all dirty and stanky and whatever.
Yeah.
So then I wouldn't put my socks on, but I would put socks, if I would
Cozy socks, slippers.
a morning shower or whatever, then
Right.
I put my socks on before my pants, so I don't have to try to get my pants out of the way to put my socks on or whatever the fuck or whatever, shorts. But then I'd have my underwear, shirt, drawers, pants.
See, my whole routine is different. It's mostly because of my setup, but it's also because of what I buy. My conditioner, shampoo, and body soap is all in one. I have the 3-in-1.
I think I went another size. My thongs don't fit me no more.
That's why nobody comes to the garage sale. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, the 3-in-1.
I sold those. They went quick.
Probably.
It's everything else. The thongs and the sex toys, shit, they was gone the first day.
They're expensive.
I had a 2-for-1 sale too. Sold them some bitches out.
Man, I've been smoking this stupid Delta pen. It's not. Delta is worse than THCA. It's worse than anything on the market.
Don't tell nobody, but I got a good hook on that. That shit was good. Oh, there's Otto trying not to picture you. What?
Why does my phone keep going dark?
Either of you.
In the shower. That's why it's podcast talk. That's funny. I didn't see that. I'm trying to tune in.
I hope you're not. That would be weird.
I gotta turn it down. Yeah, I have 3-in-1, and I like the idea that it's fake and it's probably poisoning and burning and chemical.
What is it?
3-in-1, shampoo, conditioner, and body soap all together. And
a lazy man's bottle.
Yep. I'll put that in my hair, and I'll let that sit there almost the whole time.
I'd probably take something like that camping, but in fact, last time we did go camping. I did have regular shit.
Maybe that's why my hair's gray.
That. I did it the hard way last time because I think I did have shampoo and conditioner, and I had to rinse off 3 times. If I had that, I don't. Dude, we were in the creek.
How you take a shower at a campground?
This ain't no shower. This is a creek, son.
Oh,
you getting bucketing it out of the creek and dumping it on. Oh, shit. Shit,
I've done
bro.
that.
What was it? August, and that water was cold as hell.
Yeah.
It'll be real cold this time, I'm sure. So I don't know what. Gary said somebody had this bag we can hang on a tree and like. Shh.
I was gonna say I had one of those, and we hung it out of the bus window. But the thing about that is you gotta wait forever for that thing to heat up, unless you put hot water in it and keep it hot. A and B, you only got limited water and limited pressure. I think a river is way better. It's cold.
Len says bath all the way, minimum 40-minute with my lovely chemicals. she got bug spray and bed bug be gone and shit. Then 40 minutes of makeup, lotions off the toner, or lotions and toner. That's funny.
Man, we just get out and we dry off, put on our clothes.
Gary said that's honestly how I do it. Well, I don't even
throw
have
our
a
hair
bathtub.
to the side. What, Gary, you put on makeup for 40 minutes?
Yep.
Nah. That's funny. You imagine though? I mean, some men do that. I catch myself doing that, taking a lot of time in the mirror for like prep. Not all the time, but definitely.
Gary, I will never sell my banana cleaner. Well, that would be cutting your hand off, wouldn't it?
I guess so. That's a banana peeler.
I wouldn't sell my banana cleaner either.
A banana cleaner. That is some shit. Dude, man, I should. I can talk about people.
The funniest shit ever. I seen. I don't think I'll be able to do that. In the phone, that'd be cool to pull that up real quick, but it's too much of a hassle for this little 10-second video. But it's Dimebag from Pantera pretending like he's David Allan Coe, dude. It's fucking funny. Talking about that. What the hell did he call that, Gary? A rod? I forget what he called a rubber. It was hilarious. And then he's like, and then he pulls it off the slot machine and snaps it at the camera. I was dying, dude. That is some funny shit.
Speaking of rubbers and bananas, I knew this girl. She's got kids and she's still like raising them, and her boy is like 15 years old, and she was having the sex talk with him, and I guess she was like showing him how to properly use a condom with like a banana as a demonstration and shit. And then she was like getting mad. She was telling me she got mad that he wouldn't eat the banana. I'm sitting there like, what? No, like, I mean, my mom and dad did not give me this talk. You know what my sex talk was? My dad said, at your age, I would have had her bent over in the bushes.
That ain't what I was looking for.
That was my sex talk. I'd have had her bent over in the bushes. So I really didn't get anything else. I pretty much had myself to learn on my own. I don't remember. Maybe I'm disclaiming my mother or my father. I doubt my father. My dad wasn't around a lot when I was growing up. He is now.
Son of a bitch.
And my mom, I don't remember her too much. But sexual things to her was so taboo. You know, you're not even going to have sex in my house. You know, you can do it outside. You can't do it in my house. It's disrespectful.
What the hell?
Like, what? But you'll let us in my room for hours and hours with the door locked. Doesn't make any sense. But that's what it was. So when this girl was telling me about this whole sex talk she had with her 15-year-old kid, I'm like, kind of terrified, like tearing up on the inside. Man, is it just me, or don't teach your kid how to put a condom on a banana, bro? Like, I get the safe sex practice, but school does that. You know, like, I mean, you only need to know it one time, and you don't need to know all kinds of tricks and the fact that they have flavors. Are you looking for that video?
Yeah. I swear I just fucking showed it to Gary like yesterday, but it's not in my yesterday, and it ain't in my Monday either. I don't know where it's at. That's stupid.
I don't know. What's your opinion on that? Like, with how you introduce and teach sex to a child as a parent?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't introduce it to a child such as
15 years old. I mean, would they discover it on their own eventually? And you have to have the talk. You don't introduce it.
Right. That's the whole thing. I mean,
safe sex practice. Maybe that's what I meant to say.
You gotta kind of watch, because you know most kids ain't gonna come talk to you anyway about that. But you know, you kind of know, and then you just have that talk with them, like, look at here, look at here.
You know what they pinned me on it. So when the whole situation had happened, I got pinned to talk to this kid, and I basically told him, look, a lot of people's gonna be mad at you. I'm skipping the situation that happened. After this had happened, sometime down the road, this kid got in a bad situation with another chick, and they ended up having sex. And I was the one that had to talk to him about it. I was like, look, a lot of people are going to be mad, but just remember, don't hate yourself, because they don't hate you. They hate your actions. They don't hate what you've done. They just don't want to see you do bad. If you have a kid, it throws your whole life off trail. You ever know the mouth to feed can't chase your dreams? It changes your life. One bad decision. So I can get, you know, like, why people are upset. And so I was trying to explain that to them. Don't beat yourself up for it. Just remember that's why.
If you want to see the visual, which is funny as shit, it's Dimebag as David Allan Coe, but here's what his...
I'm David Allan Coe, and I spent my whole life being a gambler. But one thing I won't gamble on is some of these nasty hoes I take out of these old mud hoes. That's why I always run my meat with a meat runner's rubber. Get you a hoe. Know what I'm saying?
What in the world? Let me see this.
Let me go back. Hold on.
You can show the camera if you want, because I can see it from the camera.
All right. No, you can't, because it'll be like this.
If you're up close, like I was.
Oh, on the screen?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get a...
Yeah, I don't know about audio, though.
I'm David Allan Coe, and I spent my whole life being a gambler. But one thing I won't gamble on is some of these nasty hoes I take out of these old mud hoes. That's why I always run my meat with a meat runner's rubber. Get you a hoe. Know what I'm saying?
The sound effects,
That's
man.
funny. But David Allan Coe really does look like that. Gary got to hang out with him for a second, meet him. Oh, why did I just do all that?
Man, that's pretty cool.
And then she said, oh, she bought one. Must have been talking about that shower thing. Excuse me, damn. Damn, son. I've been shut off fucking YouTube. Damn it. What the hell, man?
Wow, I had a big brain fart. I can't remember what the heck I was gonna say.
Huh?
I said I had a big brain fart. I can't remember what the heck I was
Not the
gonna
brain
say.
fart.
I don't know what it was. It's gone out of my
Anyway.
mind.
I thought that shit was funny myself. Probably gonna get a copyright strike now.
Nah, there was no music. I was paying attention. You had the sound effect. Yeah, I like the sound effect. Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
I didn't do that. That was on theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a song recently, and it was something about, like, sex. I forget what it was. But for the ending of the song, it basically had said that I got off in some way, or someone should get off. And then there's a sound effect. They went...
You know what really sucks? I didn't see it in my storage room, but I had this little, it looked like a locker. It was about this tall, and it had all my masters in it. And I think it went to a dumpster somewhere.
What?
All my shit that I had recorded over the years that I had master copies of was in this thing. And it got left behind, I think, somewhere and ended up in a dumpster. I don't remember seeing it, and if that's the case, that really sucks because there was some serious shit in that thing.
Yeah, dude, that's wild. Why are you thinking about that? Because you was cleaning out for the garage sale?
Well, yeah, that and something you just said made me rang a bell for me or something. I don't know. Oh, because you was talking about those effects, then I started thinking about that thing you brought over, and in my mind I was going to say we need to get that set up because I can put a bunch of effects on it. Then it reminded me of my radio shit, which I have a bunch of, and somewhere there I got stacks of CDs that have all the shit that I had done that I pulled off of that to use. And that reminded me about those masters because of that band Assault.
Do you have digital copies of this stuff at least?
That's what it was.
It was the digital copies?
It was, yeah. It
like
was,
the hard
it was,
drives?
No, it was WAV file masters on DVDs.
Oh, the DVDs functioned as like storage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that was my master copy shit. Sucks.
Man, that's tough anyway.
It is what it is, man. That was I had some future plans for some of that shit.
CD players are obsolete in desktop computers now.
Hopefully I made.
They don't make CD players in them. I was talking to Jay Hook, and he was like, nah, you have to buy one off of like eBay. And he did. He had to buy
computers?
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can't insert a CD into a computer?
Nope.
That doesn't even, I can't see a computer without a slot.
computer I bought don't have one.
Really?
Yeah, I had to put an external.
Wild. I'm that far behind, folks. Whoa.
They don't use them no more for anything.
All it is USB inputs.
Mm-hmm. Thumb
That's
drives.
crazy. Soon it'll be tap to play.
Yep. You got that right.
Tap to pay is wild
soon
too.
it'll be put this chip in your brain. You won't need none of that.
Yeah, Neuralink.
Oh, you want to eat? Put this chip in your brain.
Dude.
Nah, I got a shotgun. I'll head for the
watching
woods. Bye.
Y-Files last night. Couldn't sleep. Listened to the entirety of 2 episodes into like 3 hours.
I'll go down to southern Ohio, make a fire, roll a blunt up, let Bigfoot come in. We'll sit down, talk, smoke. Oh, don't worry, I'm traumatized.
I guess so. It's funny. I was going on conspiracies, Y-Files. It was episodes about zombies, and zombies being real.
Zombies. They're in the Kensington,
I was listening heavily for 3 hours to them talk about zombies, not intentionally, just trying to fall asleep. But I was listening, and they said,
and pretty soon he was having nightmares.
Dude, no, they said some shit. They said that they declassified the zombie survival book, which they did. They declassified that because they found a way to contain the outbreak all over, everywhere. because there is zombies all over everywhere, and they found all of these different types of them that run around. And you know the number one carrier, this is going to blow your mind. Otto's going to love this if Otto's here. The number one carrier of a real zombie infection that they were worried about the breakout was going to be, and they say that we don't really have a chance to survive this. That's why they programmed so many zombie movies in our minds, is when it does happen, we can fight it. They did that because they fear this. It's a true story. I swear. Cats. Cats are the carrier of the zombie virus.
I believe it, them dirty bastards.
That is...
I say shoot them all. Whoop, I'm just kidding.
50% of the people...
For entertainment purposes only.
50% of the people in your household...
It's all jokes.
Not of people everywhere. In your household. Meaning it
Gary's
could not
got
be you,
some cool
and it
cats.
could not be genetic. It could be with somebody else. Carries it. This zombie freaking attribute. And it's because of cats and insects that run around with the same carrying, attributes. And it's wild
But
to me.
that's, them cats been carrying shit forever. That's that term cat scratch fever, that's a real thing.
Anything that gives you a disease that makes your mental capacity go backwards or
Rabies.
become dumber, makes you act aggressively, and it deteriorates your body, is known as a zombie virus.
I seen this dude I watched this short clip, I think it was on Instagram. This dude had this wild cat, one of them street alley cats. He took it in like a veterinarian clinic to clean it up. Man, this thing, he had these gloves on, and he like put one of them things around the head so it wouldn't bite. This motherfucker was going wild, dude. He had to clip its nails and do all that first. This thing, dude, it was crazy watching this dude. This cat was, wild animal tripping, dude. And
they don't get paid enough for that.
And then he washed it down. This cat was freaking out, dude. Like, it was trying to tear his ass up.
I watched one with a dog recently, and it was a big dog, and man, it was a wolf. It was vicious, a husky wolf. And
man, them things get big, them wolves.
It got its muzzle off twice, chained up.
Mm-hmm.
This thing looked like a crippled the way they had it. It was chained to the wall, and it was still getting loose, man.
It was mad.
And it was like the nicest thing ever when you weren't trying to give it a bath.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
most dogs don't like baths.
The video
Some
said
of them do, but most of them don't.
All the other
Some of
groomers
them love
turned
the
them
water,
down.
but the ones that love it, and the other ones don't want no part of it.
Dude, this one had like a 6th sense.
Now, my dog hated baths, but would jump in the creek in a heartbeat and go, swimming in a damn creek or in a lake or something.
Yeah.
But boy, you say bath,
Chester was
out
like
of Dodge.
Chester didn't like to be in a tub, but he was a big dog.
Otto said cats are evil.
I gave my dog,
Animals.
Chester, he was a big pit bull terrier mix, and the way I gave him baths, he loved, because I take him outside in a kiddie pool. That was the only way he would take a bath. He did not like the smallness of a
He
tub.
said animals in the home cause lots of illness. It's called zoonotic disease.
Am I missing something?
You got all
Nope, I
messages. See your messages.
Cats are evil. Why are your messages going to the other
Which
comments?
weird, because I don't even see that up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why is it hiding it?
Oh.
Otto, you must be banned off of YouTube's guidelines or something. Cats are evil. I knew you'd enjoy that.
That's
Cats
weird
are the
it's not
cause of
over
the
there.
zombie virus. Now you can use that for fuel. It's true. Check the Y-files. They also say it comes from space, that there's particles out there that's in space that just randomly come in.
Speaking of, did you see that dude that's been going around viral where he supposedly got that meteor and he's been growing that shit and microwaving it and doing all this weird shit and it's growing some kind of weird... I seen... I don't know if I watched it, but I seen a thing where they was talking about that they debunked that or whatever. But I've seen a bunch of videos where people's been tripping out on it. It looks like, I don't know, some weird tentacle-looking black. It started out real small.
Does it
got
look
real
like
big.
Venom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
versions of that
Uh-huh.
before. There is
Supposedly.
a creature There's a white one too, and it's a weird thing. It looks like a stick, but it can go as skinny as a worm, and then it'll shoot out lightning.
All them branches.
And yeah, it's like parts of it out of nowhere.
I think I've seen something about that too. Them things are weird.
It's wild. I've not like looked deeper into that to find out what it is, but I've seen it in nature at this point with white ones. I don't know what that is, but you can touch it. They touch it. The wildest video I think I've ever seen on the internet.
It's bizarre. He ain't in there.
It's probably the one where the dude grew a chicken, and the way he did it, like, it was so. It's like playing God when you're doing that. And I really didn't enjoy it for that aspect. In my mind the whole time I was thinking that, like, you shouldn't be doing this. No one should do this. And that's why I didn't enjoy the video. But dude, it was so real. Like, that's not fake. No, they can do that. And that was the proof right there. They did it at home. Imagine what they could do on large scale, you know.
What you got here?
I do always think of that. Animals. Oh, you already read that.
Oh, damn it.
Disease. Any kind of disease. Radiation is a disease because it will kill you slowly. It can be like cured or stopped or just stop on its own, but it technically is zombification.
Now, I've seen, on the conspiracy side, I've seen a few videos where people was digging into certain information that what they wasn't supposed to be digging into, and they claim that the government poisoned them with radiation, tried to off them. The one lady said they set something in her garage.
I mean, that's a possibility. They've done wilder stuff from what I've heard. On the beginning of the episode of Outhouse, the first one that gets you into it, they talk about this story where they're in a military setup and there's a whole horde of people, zombies, coming towards them, and they get so close to the gate that they end up shooting them. They didn't want to do it, and everybody's sad about it, but then all of a sudden, those bodies got up and kept walking. And nobody knew what to do except for one person who went to the files and read what everybody thought was a joke. It was how to survive zombies, because that's what you were potentially facing. And it had all of the right guidelines of what to do, and I don't know if they contain the story. I'm forgetting exactly what happened, but he said, that guy on Y-Files, whatever his name is, he said that it was a true story, and you can look it up yourself. It's a true story that it was infiltrated into a military base where this happened on such a severe case that these humans turned into zombies. It wasn't just a parasitic, it wasn't an animal, it had evolved. And at that point, I guess it evolved airborne, which that was why they had such a fear of it. It's because it can travel.
Man, you don't ever know. You see the government shutting shit down and they don't say nothing. They're like, oh, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
You know, they'll do stuff. You know, if there's a problem going on somewhere,
all the animal testing,
if something like that, they'll do weird shit like derail a train and blow a big thing up in the city somewhere.
Is still happening.
Weird.
Nobody talks about it too much.
Just did some weird ass shit.
Everybody can talk about it, but like nobody talks about it enough. Animal testing still happens, and we make things sick to find the cure. That's not okay. We hurt things to find how to heal it. That's not okay.
I guess we better stop.
We are playing God on a molecular level, right? I know. But seriously, like,
my phone just really did some weird things just now. I don't know what to make of that, but anyway.
There is another story about a lady. She was doing some animal testing. She was testing some kind of virus. She knew it was a virus.
Almost like somebody was on it.
She had a suit on where you'd be fine. Well, it had a minuscule tear in it. I don't know how they ever found the tear, but it was so small you couldn't see with a human eye. It got in the suit and infected her, and it started traveling with her. And that story was that they had to kill the people off, and the kids who survived told the story. Supposedly false. But something as simple as that could be real. Any day, any time. We test animals. We talk about malaria, these carrying diseases.
Oh, well, any of this shit,
how do you know they have it?
Actually, like, dude, that could happen.
How do they know they have it? They brought an animal in and
they take those ice
it.
samples in Antarctica and anywhere else has been frozen forever. Who knows when that shit unthaws, what's in there?
Yeah.
Bacterias and whatnot.
In order to find it, scientists have to get that animal and tamper with it to find what's going on. If you didn't know that animal was carrying a disease, it would mind its own way unless it was like out to get you. That is the part where it gets misconstrued with me. I stand strongly on that. I stand for the trees, I stand for animals, I stand for Earth. But it's so true. And zombies, they come from that. Animals, plants, it's real.
They come from drugs, y'all.
That video I saw one time of a military guy saying, yeah, we're dealing with some zombies. We don't like to call them that because it causes panic. That was real. Probably. I could believe it.
The zombie apocalypse. No, I mean, like if you're in Philly and you drive down through Kensington, dude, you would think it was a zombie apocalypse. And people are it's insane, dude. I watched this, and there's some parts of LA that's the same way. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but if you
and they
weren't,
could stop that shit. It's what's crazy. They're just feeding it.
Sometimes, I mean, it depends on like the people you run into, but sometimes you can find like really intelligent beings who just grew up in that way. Mm-hmm. Like, dirt doesn't bother me. I was never taught that clean clothes mean anything. I could walk around in what I'm in and it doesn't matter. The only thing that is like judgment from the outside. Mm-hmm. I can look like an inbred as long as I'm not an inbred. If I'm smart as heck, a scientist that just lives out in the wood in a shack that barely stands, but it does. That's the fundamental. That's passing with a C. So you get both on that spectrum. So I can understand why people do live like that. In fact, I would live like that if it was it came down to it. You know what I mean? And in a survival, everybody would. Mm-hmm. But we're taught that there's a better way to live, and of course we're going to search for that. You know, even somebody out in the woods, you can't just like make a habitat happen unless you pay somebody, and you have to get the money or the trade to do that. You have to hunt it down, find it, and do it. You have to put the work in, or you have to build it yourself. So there's value in both.
I think we're...
But there are some weird people out there. 90% of the people out here are weird, bro.
Minutes.
You can go out in public right now to the nearest Dollar General, find some weird people.
Not the DG.
Shout out Dollar General and their stupid workforce.
Be nice to your people that work at Dollar General, man. Y'all
and congratulate them
crazy.
for getting the hardest job in the world.
Right.
Because I can't get hired there. I put it on air. Man, I've applied to Dollar General so many times.
You know, I might know somebody that knows somebody.
That watch. I would work there. I'd work at any establishment at this point because the one I wanted to work at, I knew needed help, and I thought I could potentially become like a manager or something because they're downhill.
Oh, I know.
And they're still downhill. Every time you go in there, you can't walk through the halls. Everything's everywhere. There's nothing where it's supposed to be. Product is there, but it's not stocked. DoorDashers go in there. Back when I was DoorDashing, I'd go in there. The product ain't there, but it's on the system. So you get in trouble because they're not doing their job. Like, there's all kinds of things.
Well, I think, one of it is they're way understaffed, you know, and it's hard to unpack shit when you're running the cash register getting yelled at by these idiots that come in because there's nothing on the shelves.
I don't know whose fault that would be to be understaffed when you got somebody coming in there.
Because nobody wants to work. It ain't nobody's fault but the assholes that don't want to get a job.
That's my problem. It's like,
well,
I did.
Sort of their fault because, you know,
they didn't
none of
hire
these corporations don't want to pay nobody no shit. That's why nobody wants to go get a job. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, any job, I guess, is better than no job.
A lot of these places around here, it's been the same story for me. I'll walk in, tell them who I am, speak to the manager,
and they're like,
fill out an
you
application.
that SeAth motherfucker. We know you.
They think that everybody says, like, I'd be a good worker, I sound good, but I never get the call back. It's strange. The interview goes great. They say that
because they don't want you coming back postal and doing weird shit. I mean, think about that.
You ain't wrong. I mean, you know what?
If you interview somebody that's got mental problems,
I feel like,
and you don't, say, be nice to them and say, okay, make them feel like they might have a chance.
Yeah.
These some bitches might come back and harm you in some way because you have somebody better qualified or you feel is better for the job.
I feel like that's what it is.
You know, and somebody might get pissed. You know,
Honestly,
these days you gotta watch what the fuck you say and do, man.
Yeah, I've given a
For
lot
sure.
of businesses a bad rep by saying this and going around, because it's true. In my personal situation, it's true. In somebody else's situation, it doesn't apply. I think it's because I don't have a true valid license. So
yeah, that's
an
a big
interview
deal.
can go great, and as soon as you pull up that paperwork and see he don't have a car,
Right.
your first thought is, how is he going to make it to work?
Exactly.
I think that's what it is all the time, and it really
So
sucks.
what you need to do is just go down and spend a little money and get you a bus pass and show them that.
Well, no, I'm
Like,
there
motherfucker,
at
I
the
got a bus
establishment.
pass, man.
I
Look
drove
at
to the place, and I can prove I have legal permission to drive. But they don't even do that.
Oh,
They just
no.
see that on the paperwork and discard it. And that's what sucks.
Because, well,
they don't even
they're
tell you
looking
that.
at you and they're like, oh, man, this dude's got all this
I think-
baggage already.
I think it should be just like what we want the government
Why
to be
don't
like.
you have a driver's license and why you on driving privileges?
I
What
want-
the hell did you do?
I want open discussion of why I didn't get hired. Why did you turn me down? That should be my right to know. It should, but it's not. They don't even tell you the reason. If you told me the reason, I'd fix it.
Yeah, they tell you the reason and you come back with a automatic hole puncher and take everybody out because you didn't agree with why they
Nah.
said they didn't want you. No, really.
If it was,
That's why that is.
a lot of
There's a fine line, man.
Some establishments will call you and say, we didn't want to hire you. We decided to move on with another candidate.
Right.
They're respectful. But most of these places that I have given a bad rep to, they haven't done that. They haven't given me the half decency. They just said it was great and you'll be hearing from us. And I'll call up and be like, how'd it go? We're still
Who
waiting
are
to
you?
hear. Yeah, I got to check. Oh, I'm definitely in the system.
No, we don't have your paper no work no more.
Right.
We got rid of everybody's. We're starting over. You guys are a bunch of losers.
It would be nice to have that disclosure, but I've kind of figured that out on my own. My problem with getting my license is insurance. The rich people scam of a
Oh,
lifetime.
man. Please.
I don't want...
That is the biggest scam in the world.
It is. It is. It's the number
It's
one.
ridiculous.
And it can't be explained for no valid reason. There's no valid reason for it.
Yeah, it is. The valid reason is they put it into law so they can charge you all this money every month instead of, I don't know. It's
It's an
dumb.
extra
The
stipulation.
thing I don't understand is why I gotta insure my shit because of you. Why can't I just insure my shit because of me? I should be able to just insure my car for X amount of dollars, and no matter who hits it or what the hell happens, it gets paid for. I shouldn't have to fight your insurance company and these guys and them guys because some dickhead ran a red light and hit me. Even when you're not at fault, dude, it is ridiculous. The shit you got to go through just to get your car paid for, let alone if you get,
if you're a millionaire and you got great insurance and you get
well,
a
if you're a
wreck,
millionaire, you don't need insurance. You can pay cash for whatever.
play
really.
along though. You get in a wreck with somebody that's broke, poor, doesn't have insurance. How do you get a payout?
You don't.
Exactly. It's just a fraud.
Right.
It's not. It's for nothing. It's for nothing.
Yeah, they say
you
you
can fix
can't
your
get
own
a
car.
blood out of a turnip.
You should pay to fix your own car, but if you do pay for that other person's car and then insurance, that liability, then the insurance should pay for that. That's what you sue for. Somehow, I don't know how they would make them responsible, but like that's what you pay insurance for. It should come back to you,
That's what I'm saying.
and it don't. If
It
it works,
shouldn't matter what anything happens. I pay you. I've had full coverage on all my vehicles. That's fucking $150, $160 a month for years now.
yeah.
And
I
I've
think-
I've only tapped into my insurance a couple times because when I first got that white van, I didn't have the son of a bitch a week.
Is there-
and a deer jumped out in front of me.
Free car insurance that you can get, like government.
Did you fall and hit your head on a rock?
No, I'm
Government
questioning
don't give you shit.
because I
There
was
ain't
under
no,
my
ain't no
family's.
free motherfucker.
I was under my family's insurance for a while, where I didn't have to like worry about it. I don't know who set it up, if I was set up or what it
Nah,
was.
They just added you onto their policy.
It
is
had
all
to
they
have
did.
been for a while.
Yeah.
And then when I went without it, I had no idea when it happened, and I just went out without it and not gotten any kind of trouble. until that point. And now, I had to drop it because I was like $700 worth of payments that I had to pay off, and I need to get one and have it proof for a month just to prove it to the BMV that I can get a license, because they require you to show the proof of your insurance. I never had to do that. I never had to do that before. Now it's a whole thing. It requires. So you could play the system. If you get caught down the road, I don't know what happens, but you get insurance for a month, prove it to them, and then drop insurance. How are they gonna know?
I think somehow all that shit's tied in now.
I feel like they would have known it with what they got on me now.
Got a database.
I have a State Farm tracker that attaches to your dash.
Yeah, mine kept asking me, hell no, I ain't putting no tracker on my shit.
Yeah, well, it's cheaper. That's why I got it. I still have it. That $700 that I went without paying, I was years ago, and I still have it, and it's still on. It beeps at me when I turn the car, and it knows. What's it? What is it? What's going on?
That's exactly why I ain't get one of them. I don't care if they say it's cheaper. You ain't tracking shit. You ain't.
It's wild.
Nah.
So they know it. They just don't care.
They're already tracking me with my phone. They don't need to track me with nothing else.
I think it's a sloppy system. I think insurance is a very sloppy system.
It's terrible.
I don't think there's an actual valid reason for it, and I think it's a very sloppy system. That's why I don't want to get it. You know, like, bro.
Well, you gotta have it.
I guess.
Get in more trouble.
Yep.
Cost you more money.
I'll get it whenever I need it.
It's that time again.
If I was to get like busted, I guess I'd go back to doing the buses. But I have, you know. There's no reason to put me through that when I have the court's permission, and there's no expiration date on it. So I wouldn't get in trouble because I can fight my way out of it legally on my own terms. Hopefully. Hopefully, we can only hope.
Well, kids. Oh wait, Otto's saying other shit. These guys are having conversations. I missed it.
Insurance is the biggest scam in America.
Fire and theft insurance. It's way cheaper, and you still get.
The problem is people have too much money. They think we don't have enough money. But people have
I see what you're saying.
Too much money, and they made the price of
storage
things too
insurance.
much.
I think that's what's on my white van back there.
Even though
like
you have
a couple dollars a month.
A lot of money.
In case a tree falls on it or something.
Yeah. Like
seriously.
house insurance.
Or somebody breaks into it.
For like a fire. Yeah. Like, okay, good example here of insurance. My sister, she had a house fire.
Damn it, Bobby. I said we was getting out of here. Go ahead.
She had a house fire. And they gave her $200,000 to cover her expenses. She had a nice house, and then they paid for everything in her house. I kind of wanna. I don't ever want to wish that if it was to happen intentionally without, I guess, getting in trouble. I'd love for somebody to give me a new house and new furniture. They gave her a whole new life, man, and like she was in a position to not even receive that. It was just a tragedy that turned into a blessing, quick, and that was because of insurance. But that's home insurance. That's entirely different. You're still paying on your house every month that you live, no matter what, unless you pay it off, and then you're still paying those annual dues, and that applies to insurance. So I can see that. But the cars, land, permits, all this extra shit that they want us to do for no reason.
Some old bullshit.
For real. And so they were talking about soon about having like basically a tag on everything that you've ever bought, so they could track your expenses and know what you own, so they could take it as.
That's why they're trying to do all this digital currency, so they know every little thing you do.
It's crazy.
It's going to be back to trading weed for everything.
Prison is that system. They know how many cigarettes each convict has. They know how many beds each convict has. It's control, and yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, everybody. Get rid of your guns. We'll protect you. Ain't that what they said to the Indians? Our government.
No,
our trustworthy government.
They fed them and waited till they went to sleep. They were dirty.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they did? They like burned them at night or something?
No, what they did was give them dirty ass blankets that had chicken pox on them. infiltrated them and killed off most of them.
Oh, they diseased them. Yeah.
And then they was kicking our asses because we had the old flintlocks, one shot, boom. Is not until they invented, the revolver, then went into the rifle, and then it was a wrap. Then
Our weapons were magic to them.
the old boomstick.
I could ask you my questions that I have follow up off air,
They know have.
but I want to ask you about the Anunnaki. What your thoughts were on that?
Yeah. Which the Anunnaki. I can't even say it.
The sky people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems. I don't know. A lot of the stories in that kind of coincide, but I don't know.
It almost makes sense to me that
If you believe that story, then we're just split from the monkeys that was here. They just used our DNA and split it with them or whatever and made us.
Well, what they did to idolize their gods, their religion, was to dance and to sing, to be musical.
Who?
Natives. For gods and
Uh-huh.
rituals. And of course they had sacrifices and stuff, but whatever. When the
gotta
colony
go.
came in, if whoever it was, it almost makes sense that they didn't have like the music and they infiltrated it. And
No, there's always been music.
you think so?
from
I
the
wonder what
beginning.
kind of music they came with versus what was over here. Because what was over here was like a true worship to God, and what that was, who knows? You know what I mean?
I mean, people's been beating on things, and I think the flute was the actual first instrument ever found.
The true hymn. They say, I've watched documentaries where nowadays real sports people get a serious injury, like their leg turns backwards. They'll go in the back and do this stuff, and you don't get to see what it is. And these videos portrayed as vibrations, sounds that heal these people immediately. You can't imagine that, like,
Yeah, that's that Atlantis technology.
these hymns, these hums
But
from
anyway.
natives. It's such a strong power that we harbored from over here, and they just don't talk about it at all. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're in touch with the earth, which is all that source power and all that. Anyway, we gotta go. It's getting late. It's already way past. So we're out of here.
Riveting show, though.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for the cast and the crew and all that. We'll see you next week, hopefully. And all that. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in, Otto. Later, Gary.
Yep.
Maybe
All
I'll
y'all.
catch you tomorrow.
Get a hold of me.